On my flipping and pitching reels, I like to have the spool as free as it can be. That allows me to get the most line off my pitch or my flip. That way I can get that bait so far back into those places that I need to be putting that bait. And one of the things that allows me to have great line control is using Reel Magic. It helps with the castability, and of course it conditions the line, and it makes it really smooth to come not just off the reel, but also through the guides. So don't forget to use your Reel Magic throughout the course of your day of fishing, whether you're flipping and pitching or throwing those crankbaits, whatever type of fishing line that you're using, braid, monofilament, or fluorocarbon, Reel Magic is what you need to be putting on it, because just like the name says, it's Reel Magic. And now back to Fishin' Affliction. Welcome back to Fishin' Affliction TV, and this segment of the show is brought to you by Ranger Boats, still building legends one at a time. Mercury Outboards, #1 on the water. Akuma, high performance fishing gear. The ever powerful and long lasting deck of batteries. Seagar, always the best. Mustad hooks, stays sharper longer. Onyx life jackets and rain gear, keeping you there. Freyville, trusted gear since 1938. Reel Magic, the name says it all. Rugged electronic mounts provided by Ram Mounts. Wigwam Socks, the performance sock company. bbgmarine.com, and Tournament Wear. Look great, feel great, do great. Well, folks, exciting times in the Hendersonville, Tennessee and surrounding areas, as we have a brand new bait shop that just had its grand opening and has the style and feel of such iconic bait shops as Poindexter's, Flippers, and the legendary Bait Shop. And folks, this place has everything under the sun that you can imagine for a great day of fishing on Old Hickory Lake. But before we walk through the doors, let's see some familiar faces that will put a smile on your face as we visit with the world-famous Trout Warriors.
Good morning!
Does he know what he's doing?
I hope so.
Do you know what you're doing?
Yes, sir. Put the new line on for George.
Is George gonna catch him?
George messes them up, I clean them up for him.
Is that true?
Don't hurt that.
Well, folks, Mr. George Huff and Mr. Ed Lane are true American heroes and members of the world-famous Trout Warriors. And now they have a brand new bait and tackle shop to hang out in, tell some great stories, and get all geared up for a wonderful day of fishing on Old Hickory Lake. Folks, welcome to Walker's Bait and Tackle, a dream of David and Deborah Walker, with some help, guidance, and love from someone extremely special in both of their lives. David's father, Mr. Bob Walker.
This place would have never existed if it wasn't for him today. He's taught me how to fish, hunt, run trout lines, jug fish, and the most important part, he taught me how to enjoy life.
Well, it seems like Walker's Bait has got everybody excited here in the Hendersonville, Gallatin area. I can't begin to tell you how many folks have been talking about this place. You had a grand opening last weekend.
Yes.
So, tell us about that grand opening.
It was an awesome grand opening. Everybody showed up. All the fish was donated by all the local fishermen. Everybody came together just like one big family. Hendersonville people are just awesome.
I mean, it's an incredible selection of everything. I'm looking at the amount of bobbers, the amount of lures, and you know something? I saw an incredible selection of all kinds of lures, all kinds of brands. But let's go look at the Strike King stuff real quick, because you know, Strike King, they are the #1 lure company. There is Strike King lures all behind me. We have every other brand of lures. I mean, brand names like you just wouldn't believe. This is a walking billboard. Look at this, Walker's Bait and Tackle shirt. That's awesome. Cowboy, we saw each other on the water the other day, but I guarantee that you had come from Walker's Bait and Tackle to get your goodies so you could hit the water and enjoy. Unbelievable selection. You know, you think you're going to walk in and it's going to be a small place. You walk in and it feels like you're in this mega superstore with all this stuff that's here.
And it's getting better.
Every day that it goes by.
It's getting better.
The folks here at Walker's they're listening to the input of the fishermen and taking into consideration what everybody would like to have here, and they're making sure that not only are they listening to it, but they're supplying it. So folks like Cowboy can come in and get exactly what he wants and have an amazing selection to choose from. Vast, unbelievable.
Well, folks, as you can see, there is an absolutely incredible selection of lures, line, rods, reels, hooks, sinkers, bobbers, and so much more. You need live bait? Well, Walker's Bait and Tackle in Hendersonville, Tennessee is the place to get it. From minnows to shiners, worms, and crickets, anything that you need, including cut bait, Walker's Bait and Tackle has everything that you need. And don't forget while you're there to take a look at Master Woodcrafter Ken Hull's selection of carvings, a perfect addition to your man cave. Be sure to like their Facebook page and check out their website, and come on down and visit Deborah, David, and all the fine folks there at Walker's Bait and Tackle.
You know, you're sitting there saying one big family, and I can see the family is kind of milling around. I see some of the trout warriors coming through, George in the back, and this gentleman right there. Boy, I tell you what, it's such an important environment for people to have. But to be based around fishing, what a true blessing it is.
Yes, it is.
Isn't that something? Come on down here to Walker's Bait and Tackle in Hendersonville, Tennessee, because we got that Fishin Affliction.
Fishin Affliction.
We're going to do one more behind you, okay?
Folks, Walker's Bait and Tackle in Hendersonville, Tennessee, a great place for everything you need for a wonderful day of fishing on Old Hickory Lake. And now back to Fishin Affliction.
All right, I'm coming back here. Baby, he walking the boat, yeah.
This one's got you for a ride, don't it?
Hey, this long. We ain't had this one in a long time. Tell him, Russ, I probably did like that last year. This is a good fish right here. Fish. Woo! What a fish! Oh God! You got his. You still got his line, but I told you. Oh, what? Didn't I tell you this spot? Oh, this is my spot, baby.
This son of a gun, man.
This is my spot, man.
That is a monster right there. Eat that big old.
Yeah, look at that color you got.
That's that big old.
That's the one you were telling me. That's the bag you
Yeah.
all them.
Look at that now. That's a fish right there, buddy. That's a fish right there. Woo, look
Heck
at
yeah.
that bad boy.
Well, folks, the big dog thinks he's caught the biggest largemouth ever on Fishin Affliction TV. So it's time for you to head on over to our Facebook page to cast your vote to see if you agree with the big dog, or do you think the big dog's son Luke's record from last year is still the Fishin Affliction big largemouth record. And folks, don't forget, there's a whole bunch more fish that they caught on this Florida Frenzy trip. So on next week's episode, the frenzy is over as we feature the last of the lost footage of the Florida Frenzy. Thank you so much for tuning in to Fishin Affliction TV. Be sure to cast your vote there at our Facebook page, and be sure to tune in next week here on Fishin Affliction, and you'll see.
Let me tell you what, man. You got to do like you do.
Oh, I just got hit. Hit it, set the hook. I just got hit.
This week's Team Fishin Affliction featured Facebook friend is Brandy Keel. And thanks for being our Facebook friend. For your chance to join in the fun and become an official Team Fishin Affliction featured Facebook friend, simply like us on Facebook. And be sure to write a comment on our wall. As always, a big thank you to all of our national and local sponsors for providing us with the most advanced technology and highest quality products and services. Be sure to visit each of our partners online through the sponsor links page on our official website at fishinaffliction.com. And this is your old pal Matthew Gillen, the voice of Fishin Affliction TV, hoping that you'll tune in next week, because there's no doubt that Dan and the big dog got it bad. They've got Fishin Affliction for those who got it bad.
All right, 1, 2, 3.
We got that Fishin Affliction!
Awesome. One more for backup. You ready? 1, 2, 3.
We got that Fishin Affliction!
Fishin Affliction.
All right.